He was trying to bring the aggression, but he wasn't anticipating Astralis to be doing the same.
Yeah, caught by the flashbang. Couldn't get his way out of there. And it will be Glaive opening things up. Might not got a boatload of kills in the first half. Doesn't matter, really. If you can find form in the second and win the series, that's more than enough. 5-4 again.
Astralis, excuse me, Fnatic are so willing to just trust Broland with so much responsibility on Inferno. He was the only one on pit.
One thing I will say is...
And that's why. That is why. Because he can do it alone. Why is he still jumping for info? He wants to peek. He wants to fight. Finally, they shut him down. Good grief. You can see why there's a lot of faith in Broland to solo hold these sites. He's good for 2, and the Molotov stops the default plan.
Doesn't stop the plan in general, though. They'll still plant on the Optimus position. Grenades coming through. You can see they're aware of the plan. Good grenade towards Dupree's position, but still a 3-on-3. They have got kits, however, and another kill. Flusher commits to the spray, and it works out. Yeah,
that commitment paying dividends. Now Flusher taking a duel onto Magisk, and he's one out on that as well. Starting to get reminiscent of the first half. Flusher's done it all with only a FAMAS. Now he'll gratefully take the AK-47, but...
Dupree must have been looking elsewhere on the screen. He doesn't normally react that slowly.
I'm very surprised that he didn't react a bit quicker there, but Flusher with a huge play out the bank with the FAMAS. That's a much needed round right there, but they need to build a few. It can't just be as simple as one. I want to point out this stat line. Since the start of the game on this second half, so how many rounds deep are we right now? Six rounds deep in this second half. Only one opening kill has fallen in favor of Fnatic. That was something that was one-way traffic when we look back in the series right here. So Astralis have done a fantastic job of finding these opening kills so far in the second half of the last map of our first series on our 4th day. That's how it goes,
It's
right?
only the 4th day.
Only the 4th day.
How many days out was that? 20,000?
I think it's like 26.
26, that's it, not 20,000.
Close enough, yeah. Oh, they're going for the boost. It has been a while, and they're looking at it. Flusher.
He tries the Electro there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't really have the same effect per se, but still a good
testament to just how good of a shot Electro was hitting, because let's be real. Flusher's been hitting everything, and even he struggled with that distance. AWP versus AK, and the AWP comes out on top across the entire map. From T-spawn to heaven. Look at that X and look at T-spawn. Look at the distance that covers in the top left of your screen. That'll give you a good understanding of just how hard of a shot that would be to hit.
It's another opening, and it kind of continues with that storyline we were just painting. Yes, JW and Flusher were the ones getting a lot of those opening kills on Inferno, so they're the last two individuals.
And the first half of this map, to be honest, they were going ham, especially Flusher and Crims.
Hard as a
monster.
Man can go, or a monster.
Or a monster, that works. You
can see for now that this one-man disadvantage has once again caused a stack of sorts. This time, however, Fnatic edging their bet towards A. Not the letter E.
Bomb side E now.
Yep. We're going for the vowels. A, E, I, and then there's an O.
Well, this is the wrong call, obviously, as we can all see at home here, but this is what they have to do when they're down a number. Megas, no matter what he gets done here, he has done enough because all 4 members of Fnatic will be on the site, but they've at least given themselves an equal number retake opportunity. There's some nades with Broland, Golden scrambling, bomb yet to go down.
Yeah, he's got to the site in time to at least show presence. He knows there's an issue on short. He has to clear so much out. Oh, clearing the corners wide, and Zipex will get the first. Puts JW into a 1 versus 4 that he has absolutely no voice in. He will get the first just to back away. Surviving and keeping hold of his AWP is certainly something, and I'm not sure he's even going to get that.
Well, time will tell, but Glaive looks likely to shut this effort down, but he will be holding on to it for at least a few more seconds, holding towards the CT steps right now. Astralis back to their winning ways. 3 players surviving as well, and as Chad mentioned, sure, they've won that opening round now to kick things off on their CT side, but that maximum loss bonus is gone now. They get $2,900 into this round, and the money's okay, but that's if JW survives. Somehow he gets away with that one. I don't know how he wins out with a USP and that sort of scenario, I'll be honest with you, but I'm happy to see it, and hopefully he's got some more up his sleeve.
Imagine if that pays out. Like now JW's AWP finds the first blood. This was the huge investment of resources from Astralis, and what a frag it was. The totem pole. Even finding a second as well on the retake. Great work from them. Managed to sell the fake, and he saw 2. It worked out 10 to 12 now. This was an 11-4 half.
So they are buying. Flusher has a FAMAS. JW has the AWP on the ground somewhere, but no one else has invested yet? Okay, it's just a mix buy. I guess with Flush is still with 2K, he's going to be able to buy in the following, knowing they get 3,400.
Yeah, bear in mind there's their AWP as well of JW in the mix. But do they want to go for this?
They really need one of their players to find an opening, and that'll give them a chance right here. But it seems like they've been forcing it too much and have been punished round after round after round. So that tide needs to shift for Fnatic right now. Let's see if they have any quirky opening moves that they can pull on out.
So, not the Fnatic double incendiary. Don't really have that available to them. And it's a B rush, changing things out completely. Astralis shooting for the moon right now. And we'll see if this is going to work out. The first kill will be landing in favor of Dupree. Flusher, though, with the FAMAS. Only good for one so far. It's Brolan, though. MP9. They actually got a nice stack going on here.
They're in the right place. But can they find the right shots? It looks like they might be calling a bit of a retreat here. Two of them leaving monster tunnels.
Wow.
Completely leaving the site. Interesting from Astralis. They'll have Zipex committing. But for now, the two of them are considering T-spawn here.
There's a couple of guns to pick up as well on that site. So Crimson Brolan can get some upgrades if they do fall back to A, but they're just posturing and waiting. It's more of the same. If they don't see anything, will they over-rotate? And Crims now, look at all the angles. He still gets the shot.
He still hits that after having so many unanswered questions just a moment prior. And he's gotten away. He'll happily tuck in. Survival more integral than anything right now. When I say that, he leaps for info and gets led. 2v2, that might change their plans. That was the bomb. He would have spotted that. Brolan's pushing and Device is looking for it. That kill determines it. I'm not sure there's much more from JW to contribute.
He's got the AWP and they're aware of it. Remember, he stayed alive in the previous round. Glaive will be telling them, he's shouting it at this point. Get up towards A. Get that bomb planted. You've got no utility to stick together and trade out the kill if required. JW rotates back now, but the bomb will be planted momentarily. And they've done a good job here. It's down before he can even arrive, but he nails the first one. Device now in a lot of trouble. Spams off some bullets towards CT steps, and the USP has been drawn. JW thinks he can close out the round with just a pistol here, take two brilliant headshots, and now brings out the AWP. I think this might be enough. And of course it is. He keeps them in the lead, 13-10. They would have been shut down financially as enough to win the round, and he's just showing us what it means to him. He's celebrating. That's all he's doing.
That's all this is. Celebration, showboating. It's a big clutch. With an AWP retake, we talk about that being a disadvantage. It didn't even feel like one for JW.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Like, first things first, Crims' Deagle, he was looking at underpass 5 seconds later. That shot onto Zipex takes a whole lot of confidence in your aim.
That's wild.
That's a
Honestly,
great
I wish you guys could see Sponge and Henry's face right now. They're both like staring at the screen like they can't believe what they're looking at.
Eyebrows raised.
Yeah,
just, well, okay.
like disbelief. This is a game you've been watching for so many years.
Adjusting the monitor, making sure it's all working at this point, as it doesn't seem to make much sense.
You don't like you ate a sour candy, both of you.
So, Device now will be flashing over towards middle. It was a big round for Fnatic to pick up and actually keeps them in contention for the victory here on Overpass. Triple grenades towards a boost position once again. This time, no one to receive them. JW position elsewhere. He'll actually be towards the bathroom position this time. And Astralis showing a bit of presence towards B with those nades. And they're going to fall back through T-spawn now. Back to the default. They've got connect to control, but maybe not for long. Doesn't commit to it. Got to check those corners, boys. You can get him very tight behind those steps, and JW moves away at the worst possible time there, at the perfect angle, and Device will punish him for it. Back to the 4-on-4, and they're picking up the pace. They're committing off this, knowing it was the sniper they just took down. Everyone else will be caught in transition. You normally have the sniper anchoring the A side. Oh, the Molotov doesn't land. That's frustrating.
And he's
Good
got
Molotov, though.
Molly for the bomb.
If you're not smoked out, that's a way you can do it. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's lovely. And actually choosing to plant there regardless. It's a stronger after plant. Makes sense. Costs him some health, though. And he's got caught a nade as well, down to 17. He better hope that Magis gets a multi-kill here. He should certainly have Golden. Such an off angle. Golden's going to be checking sight, Optimus, and yeah, perfect timing on the push. Locked out by a smoke. This one looks like 11 for Astralis. They've done everything other than the final conversion. Will Fnatic give up? It looks like they are.
Yeah, they have to save on this one. It's such a tough retake, that A bomb site, even if you had utility in an even stead right there. So just hanging around, seeing if they can catch any Astralis players getting a little bit too aggressive, but they will be holding on to their weapons here. Of course, you can sit as close to the bomb as you would like, and you don't go down. That's just the way that the game was built. I'm being sarcastic, of course. So obviously the bomb radius, it's different sizes, different maps, different bomb sites, all that kind of jazz. And Brolan was able to avoid the damage by sitting just down at the drop position. But going into this following round. Fnatic will get that buy back on the board. AWP in the hands of JW is still there. Device with his big green as well. This is where we really start to see the game locking horns, and that's huge. That run boost is going to get Device there well and truly before these Molotovs have had a chance to establish themselves. Smoke down anyway, flush over the top, nobody peeking. So that's a good trade. A $600 incendiary for a flash and a smoke worth 500. So Device actually $100 on top there. If we're balancing the books, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Everything is well in the world at this point. JW looking to cause some damage if possible. It's been quiet on the AWP the last few rounds, but that clutch, the 1 versus 2 was sensational. See if he can start finding some openings again. Looking towards middle. Device fires off a shot towards Bathroom just as his teammates get ready towards B. Smoke's actually pretty poor. Mages can use that to his own advantage. Does he ever? 2 brilliant headshots delivered there. 1 player waiting on the side. That's Flusher. He needs at least 2 frags here. He's being surrounded, gets nothing for it. They're going to have to save again here, boys. Smoke down towards Heaven. Brolan and JW know they've got to hold on to what the little they've got once again.
Yeah, when you're playing against Astralis, sometimes rounds will end just like that.
Yeah, and the most likely change-up we'll probably see coming out of Fnatic here when they do get the guns back on board. It will be 2,900 going into the next, so potentially a save or a partial. Might be that Brolan aggressive long. You know how they really want to push and get control of that party area? They need some info somewhere.
Right? Yeah.
But right now, I am struggling to see where these answers are going to come from. JW's clutch was the round.
That's not gonna happen every time.
No.
You can't count on that, that's for sure. They will save these weapons, it seems that way, unless they get a little too peaky here on long. No reason to. And so they will preserve. That should enable the CTs to be relatively well equipped. One would assume JW's got a rifle's worth on him. But look at these shots from Magis. Just like that, the round is won. That's all it takes. The third was the cherry on top. And that's how you win a round of Counter-Strike, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to put your crosshair on the head and click. It's that simple.
It is simple. It is very, very easy.
Some people are better than others.
Some are, for some reason, who knows. But if you are a newer viewer to Counter-Strike, all the guns have different recoil patterns, all those kind of bits and pieces. So a lot to memorize, a lot to learn, and a lot of aggression here. They're not saving it for the next gun round, they're using it early.
Oh, Brolan. He's been baited in by JW, but he is choosing not to stick around. I thought it was going to be over-committing to that one, but instead, just thinking better of it.
Well, here we are. Bear in mind, 11-4 on that first half in favor of Fnatic. On the T side, no less. That should be a death sentence. But this map is like no other. We will see now the AK come into life, and Brolan didn't spot them. Oh, that could be a freebie for Dupree, yeah. Apparently not. The flashbang actually gave his position up.
That was enough for him to react. He's got a lot to deal with here, and in the smoke, he does inflict good damage on towards Glaive. Paranoid about long, and rightfully so, but Brolan, again, he's given such a tall task and thrives. 19 frags. This is the death. Device holding the perfect line for the push-up, but that does confirm 2. He's heard Magic's shot.
Oh, Flusher now can do something with this. Won't be able to recover the weapon, but we've seen how deadly he is with the Desert Eagle. Holds towards the long corner. No one there, unfortunately. So now he can push and get that gun, if they didn't throw it away, that is.
Oh, this flank could be absolutely huge.
You take a kit and an AK.
The AK, here we go. Oh, this could be massive. I'm getting butterflies.
Flush out. Knife out, he knows speed is of...
God.
Oh, that killer sets him up so perfectly.
Okay, back to turn, just Device and Glaive, and the spray's not quite perfect, but the Deagle could be. He's holding the shots, and war of attrition, his head was turned. It will Crims to find it in the end, and Fnatic, they manifest 14. We thought it was going to be an impossible task. We saw the only way it happened was off the back of a heroic clutch from JW, but this time it materializes thanks to a Brawl on First Blood and a Flusher finish.
Well, they did do the aggression, but it wasn't where they found the frags, right? They pushed on out, they went all the way forward, and then it was Flusher with a well-timed flank there that, even though he didn't get all the kills in the way that Henry and I had pictured it in our mind, I
know they've won the round at this point. That flank coming in is guaranteed victory in my book. That's why I get excited about it. It's like they need rounds at this point, and I can see they're going to win it from that point. There's no way they could have accounted for that. Like, he timed it so well. Did that JW get a sniper kill just before he swings out? Sure, you'd like to see him get the big 3-man spray down from the back. That would be amazing, but he's done so much there. That's why we're following the track of his little flank there. So, Any tactical timeouts? Anyone need a breather? Looks like we're good.
I do. Can we call one?
I think that's going to come in next year. 2021, cast the timeout. Yeah. Get the green teas out.
After something crazy goes down, just give us a 30-second timeout. Talk to our coach.
Sometimes it's required.
Yeah. Chad, I need to talk about something.
I'm sure you guys don't get casters stop talk, but analysts stop talk is a pretty common thing. You guys
We get
might have to
casters
use
stop
it.
yell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Pat, if you find anything exciting, that's a bad thing.
Oh, yeah. It's actually really... the term overhype is always one I find very satisfying. You found this more exciting than I did. And I'm judging you for that.
Well, I'm finding this very exciting from JW right here. If he nutmegs through these smoke... Oh, the timing on this.
Watching it as well. What?
What?
Adios,
On
device.
Device's POV, he hadn't even moved. He must have been in the blink of an eye, a single frame.
One more for series point here. Fnatic, it looked like they were done for on the CT side. The last few rounds, it all started with JW's 2 versus 1. It got them back on their feet. And currently in a 5 versus 3 situation. And we've got Glaive on 5 points of health. Zipex battling his way into the B-bomb site here. It's down to T-Spawn though. It's awkward, but still, he'll get the kill in the end there. Doesn't take any damage.
That was the bomb. They would have won the round if JW had found it. But instead, Magisk, vigilant as always, picks up the frag and the bomb. Glaive's got a different plan then. He's going to try and find space on long, get Magisk to rotate in with that bomb, Brolin to be tested.
Always made so much noise. Brolin, did he hear him? I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it. Oh, well, the communication's been given either way.
Angle. That's the end of this
Definitely
round.
did hear him. So, just one player remaining. Magisk with
There's a gap.
90 HP, making a ton of noise. He hasn't got much time. Just has to make his way back. And you're right, Chad. There is a chance he can get the bomb down, which, had he been a little bit quick, obviously he doesn't have this information, would have been enough. Waiting for the HE follow-up now. And he still gets the bomb out of this.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh. He's so paranoid. Should still be the plant right. Safe enough. Getting pushed down, and just in the nick of time, gets an extra 800 for all of the Danes on the Astralis roster.
Where's the spamming of the bodies, JW? You're still alive. Maybe he's not trying to get under Vegas skin.
Maybe he's just focusing on his game for the last round this
Probably
time.
a good idea now.
Yeah, 14. They found 14 before, but this is unprecedented. A 15th for Astralis. Excuse me, Fnatic. We saw, of course, the equalizer before, went into overtime on Inferno. Will we see the same fate? That's the reaction from JW.
Yikes. I like this from Crims as well. Yes, he could have swung for another one, but again, just realizing this is a huge round, falling back when they have to.
Didn't realize Flush's AWPing was
beautiful.
As good as that.
Yikes.
Okay, 15-12, match point.
And you can see that buy was absolutely, that bomb going down was absolutely everything to this buy, because we have got just about full AKs out. A Khalil for Zipex. There is UMP for Glaive, but they got grenades, armor, Device about a helmet. So without that extra $800, they would have been in a disastrous position here. But now, still a 5-on-5. The execution looking very likely here. It's the most powerful Astralis approach, I would say, especially in these sort of rounds. Makes sense. Nice little incendiary here to deny any sort of boosts.
He spots him. Brolin can get Glaive before he sets anything up. The bomb's there as well, but Magic's trades, but with backs turned, we go 1-for-1, all the way down to 3 versus 3.
They're probably not used to Brolin being in such a forward positioning connector. Normally aggressive A long or in the toilets, so that might make them second guess what type of setup they're dealing with here. Even though they were able to take down Crims, who is traditionally a B holder, they know that JW is still lurking somewhere out there on the map, and he's also very, very aggressive.
Did they plan to give them Monster? Flusher was watching short. Actually, it looks like he's going to be rotating into Graffiti now. But there's a lot of steps now for Golden. He's hearing it. Astralis commitment. Nades to confirm it. And that bomb will be allowed to go down. Nothing Flusher can really do to stop it. Zipex falls to Golden. Now an advantage for Fnatic. They do have a smoke. They do have the kits. Frags from Dupree. Necessity. He's missed out on the first. Will this be it? Have Fnatic done it? Device can't do it. Flusher saves the day, and Fnatic, a war of attrition across 3 maps. They'll take every second they can to celebrate that victory, but the defuse from JW will likely confirm it. Look at these guys go. Look at these guys celebrate. Yes, the Swedes take it. The Scandinavian showdown. Fnatic pick up an important win on their road to Rio.